By 2026, the world is going to be running on a totally new tech playbook, and Gartner has just given us all a sneak peek inside. So today, we're going to break down their top 10 strategic tech trends, not just to show you what's on the horizon, but more importantly, how you can actually get ahead of the curve.
So here's the big question right out of the gate. Is your business actually built for the future, or is it kind of still running on yesterday's code? Because let's be real, the strategies that got you here, they're not going to get you to 2026. The future isn't just around the corner. For a lot of us, it's already here.
And there's a real urgency to this. Gartner's core message couldn't be clearer. Disruption isn't just happening, it is accelerating. And in this new world, AI has officially moved from being a nice-to-have experiment to a completely non-negotiable part of your strategy. And look, Gartner's not mincing words here. They're saying these aren't just some cool futuristic ideas. Nope. These are the essential tools that leaders need right now to build, to innovate, and to protect their companies. So how do we get our heads around all of this? Well, Gartner gives us a really helpful framework.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture, and then we're going to meet the three key players Gartner says we all need to become. The architect, who builds the foundation, the synthesist, who creates new value, and the vanguard, who protects it all. Definitely stick around, because that final takeaway really ties everything together.
So how in the world do you navigate this new AI-powered future? It's not about just buying the latest shiny tech. It's really about a complete mindset shift, a whole new playbook for success in a world where, frankly, the old rules just don't apply anymore.
And that new playbook is built around these three strategic roles. First, you got to think like an architect, building a rock-solid foundation. Then you get to act as a synthesist, combining different technologies to create something totally new. And finally, you have to be a vanguard, protecting your creation from, well, everything.
All right, let's dig into that first role, the architect. The idea here is simple, but it's so powerful. You wouldn't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, right? Well, it's the exact same idea here. You just can't build a world-class AI strategy on outdated or insecure infrastructure. It won't work. So the architect's job is to create that underlying structure. And we're talking about building platforms that aren't just powerful, but are also incredibly secure, can scale up as much as you need, and are tough enough to handle the insane demands that Gen AI and other big models are going to throw at them.
So under this architect idea, we've got three huge trends. First, AI-native development platforms. These things let even small teams build some seriously powerful software, and fast. Second, AI supercomputing platforms. Think of these as the massive engine rooms that give you the raw power to train and run large-scale AI. And third, confidential computing, which is a total game changer for security. It protects your sensitive data while it's being used, not just when it's sitting in a database. The message here is simple, right? Build it right, build it strong, and build it secure from the ground up.
All right, so you've built that solid foundation. Now, the really cool part begins. It's time to put on your creative hat and become the synthesist. This is where innovation truly comes alive.
Think of the synthesist as an orchestra conductor. They're not just playing one instrument. They're bringing together a whole symphony of specialized parts, different AI models, automated agents, even physical robots, to create something brand new, valuable, and perfectly in tune. And the trends in this space, they are absolutely fascinating. You've got multi-agent systems. It's like assembling a dream team of expert AIs, each with its own skill to work together on really complex problems. Then there are domain-specific language models. These are AIs trained to be true experts in just one field, like law or medicine, which makes them way more accurate. And finally, physical AI, which is where intelligence literally breaks out of the screen and into the real world, powering things like smart robots and intelligent machinery.
And this chart, it really shows why that idea of domain-specific models is so important. See that big slice? That's your general AI. It knows a little bit about everything. But look at those smaller, focused slices for things like finance or healthcare. An AI trained specifically on that data is going to be so much more accurate and reliable. That's how you unlock real value.
Okay, so you've built your amazing foundation. You've created something incredible on top of it. What's next? Well, now you've got to protect it. Because in this new world, the threats are every bit as advanced as the opportunities. And that is the job of our final role, the vanguard. The vanguard is basically the guardian of your entire enterprise. In a world full of sophisticated deepfakes, crazy global regulations, and non-stop cyber threats, their whole mission is to maintain trust, make sure you're compliant, and protect the organization's reputation and value no matter what.
And this leads us to four super critical trends. Preemptive cybersecurity is all about stopping attacks before they even happen. Digital provenance is about proving where digital content really came from, which is key to fighting misinformation. You'll need AI security platforms to manage all the unique risks that come with using tons of different AI tools. And geopatriation, that's about being smart and strategic about where your tech and data actually live to avoid geopolitical problems.
And this slide just nails the difference. Traditional security was like an alarm that goes off after someone's already broken in. Preemptive cybersecurity, that's the guard who spots the intruder and stops them before they even get to the door. It's a massive shift from being reactive to being truly proactive.
But what about trusting the stuff that AI actually creates? I mean, how do you know what's real anymore? That's exactly where digital provenance comes in. Just think of it like a verifiable made-in label for our new digital world. It's a way to prove who made something and to confirm it hasn't been messed with. In an age of deepfakes, this is absolutely essential.
All right, so we've gone through all 10 trends across all 3 roles. So what's the big idea here? What's the one thing you absolutely need to walk away with?
And honestly, this is the most important part. These 10 trends, they aren't just separate items on a shopping list. They are deeply, deeply interwoven. You can't just be an architect or just a vanguard. Real, lasting success in 2026 is only going to come from a holistic strategy that masterfully balances all 3, building, creating, and protecting all at the same time.
So that leaves us with one final thought. The big question for you. Take a look at this new playbook. Think about your industry, your company, your own career. Which one of these powerful forces is going to redefine your world first? Because the answer to that question, well, that's where your entire strategy for 2026 really begins.